Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today we study about chemical equations and their balancing. A chemical equation is the representation of a chemical reaction in terms of symbols, formula and signs etc. In a chemical equation, the reactants and the products are separated by an arrow. Symbols and formula of the reactants are written on the left hand side of the arrow, whereas the product are written on the right hand side of the arrow. The arrow is directed toward the products. Physical state of reactants and products are also expressed along with their formula or symbols by S, G and AQ, which stand for solid, gas and aqueous state respectively. For example, the chemical equation representing the reaction of sulfur with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide is written as follow. The chemical reaction written above show that sulfur is in its solid state react with oxygen gas. The product of the reaction, for example sulfur dioxide, is also a gas. The sign S and G indicate the physical state of reactants and the products. Similarly, the chemical equation given below indicate the zinc in its solid state react with aqueous solution of sulfuric acid and produce aqueous solution of zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. Next we study about balancing the chemical equation. The chemical equation in which the number of atoms of each element on both sides of the equation, for example reactant side and product side, are equal is called a balanced chemical equation. For example, the chemical equation shown below is a balanced chemical equation. The chemical equation in which the number of atoms of element on both sides of the equation, for example reactant side and product side, is not equal is called an unbalanced chemical equation. For example, the chemical equation given below is an unbalanced chemical equation. Next we have unbalanced equation can be balanced by different methods. The trial and error method is commonly used. According to this method, trial and error process of adjusting coefficients before symbols or formula is continued till the number of atoms of each element on both sides of the equation become equal. The working rule of balancing chemical equations are as follow. Write the unbalanced equation and count the number of atoms of each element on both sides of the arrow. Work with one element at a time. Multiply the symbol or formula with the suitable integers like 2, 3, 4, 5 on that side of equation where the number of atoms of a particular element is less, and try to balance this element on both sides of the equation. Start multiplying with relatively small numbers. Repeat the process for all the elements by one. Balance the diatomic molecules like H2, N2, O2, Cl2, etc. at the end. Some examples for balancing the equations are given below. Consider the following equation: N2 plus H2 is equal to NH3. Step 1. Count the number of atoms of each element on both sides of the arrow. Reactants we have 2 N atoms and 2 H atoms. Product we have 1 N atom and 3 H atoms. Balanced and unbalanced. N is unbalanced and H is unbalanced. Next we have step 2. Add appropriate coefficients to balance N. N2 plus H2 is equal to 2NH3. Reactant we have 2N atoms and 2H atoms. Product we have 2N and 6H. And balance or unbalanced we have N is balanced and H is unbalanced. Next we have step 3. Now try to balance H atoms. N2 plus 3H2 is equal to 2NH3. Reactant we have 2N atoms and 6H atoms. Product we have 2N atoms, 6 4 atoms. and here is n is balanced and h is also balanced. Thus the equation is balanced. So I hope you understand my lecture. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.